Can our son lead a normal life?
Define normal.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Imajo Sabin Stephen.
I'm Franklin Tan. So today we are going to have a movie review online discussion about the movie The Accountant. Emmanuel, I should know that you have a lot in mind to ask and talk about. So don't be sad to us. Well, firstly, according to deontology perspective, and did you agree that Chris the heroism and ethical action, Emmanuel?
Thank you, frankly. Well, you sure do know I asked. For your first question, I agree with what we had written in our report about Christian Wolf's action is an ethical action. Since Chris has been hired by Lamar Blackburn to add his company balance sheet and bookkeeping, he just does his duty as an accountant. At the end, things gone wrong when Lamar noticed that Chris had found out about the embezzlement. Even though Chris is a bad accountant with his past job, but when these things happen, he chose to be right by saving people around him from being killed. And this is shown that Chris is doing the right and being ethic. What about you, Franklin?
Well, for me, I disagree that what Chris is doing an ethical action. And the movie Chris' way of solving the problem is by eliminating or killing the culprit, which is Lamar. Even thought in intention is a good and the result of killing. His culprit finally reveals the truth behind living robotic internal embezzlement. His action of killing people on the other hand to unethical. On the hand, unethical in my opinion. Chris should use other ethical way to capture and export Lamar. For example, he could inform the Treasury Department and let them arrest him, send her already had proof about the establishment. He also could just capture Lamar and hand him to an actor without actually killing him, since Lamar Manor is already dead and he has no means to escape. For me lah, based on the logic perspective, NX is evaluated based on the rightness of the action without evaluating on the consciences of the acts. If the act right does an ethical acts and vice versa. I also think the villain, who Lamar, is doing something unethical action, especially to company shareholder. He giving false information about the status of the company to add more investor to invest in the company. He take out the money from the business account and suddenly put in back to show the company had received a lot of profit. His action make other think the company gain a lot of profit, although it is only his trick. At the end of the case, the shareholder won't get the interest as they expected to receive.
Well, frankly, what do you think from the consequentialist perspective? Do you think that the villain action is ethical or not ethical?
Okay. Constitution is review the morality. It's all about the producing the right kind of the overall consensus. The pace overall consensus of an action mean everything the right brain about the including the action itself. Referring to report we have done about the movie, Lamar Blackburn enjoy the benefit gained by the embezzlement of the money throughout its corporation before Christine Wolf revealed the truth. The main goal of Lamar Blackburn is to raise stock price in living robotic by embezzling the money and the company and reinvest into the effort company. This is how a make high profile from the business. To hide the wrongdoing. He had killer to kill people who know about the embezzlement. Clearly, what they is doing is wrong. An article because the can profit is in a wrong way and to bad thing to over up is foul. So I think the villain action Lamar is article. Amen.
Okay, moving on. In your opinion, what the main reason Lamar Blackburn do the corruption in the first place? Is it for the good of the company or for himself? In my point of view, Lamar is doing this just to help people out there with his fake hand and feet technology, but he does it in wrong way. There is one scene in the movie where the assassin setting up a team of henchmen at the home of Lamar, the CEO of Living Robotics, and then he questioned Lamar about Christian. But Lamar is dismissive and says he's just a freak. He also asked Lamar what the point of all this was. Lamar claims that his ability to help people far outweigh any crimes he's committed. From what I can relate, Lamar might have enjoyed the benefit gained by this embezzlement of money through this corruption, but his intention is to help people in need, since he needs a lot of money to operate the businesses and raise stock for the companies continues its operation.
Okay. This good point, well. I think the entirely Lamar did all of this for the good of this company sign is really want to help other people. But then after this, the result is positive and resulting him to become richer. He continued to do it for selfish need and recover it up by saying was for good of the company. He even helped people to kill his sister and her husband just to prevent others from finding out he was behind it. Well,
That's true, frankly. I have a question. What do you think about Lamar's action after he found out about that Chris is an amazing accountant?
yeah. In my opinion, Lamar Blackburn make good discussion making by higher and amazing accountant, but in the end, the discussion bring bad outcome since the amazing accountant will oversurely has great performance in doing his job. In the situation, Lamar already know about Chris' skill. And still had him without thinking about future with Chris will notice the foul in the balance sheet. After Chris found out about the embezzlement, Lamar, afraid and had meant to kill target people like Rita and Carlson, his best friend, and Chris also has been targeted by Lamar. Lamar should not kill his friend just to get excuse to expel Christian from bring the auditor for the company account. He actioned to cover his mistake just make him involved in more crime. He being killed in one game that he started. So this show that Lamar discussion is self-defeat as he has been shot by the Chris at the end of the movie. Emil? Okay, last question. How do you feel about the movie and will you recommend it, Emil? Okay.
I rate this movie 10 out of 10. This movie is a good and suitable for everyone to watch it, since the movie is not heavy. It is full of lessons about reality in our working life. This movie made me feel curious on what will happen next. I feel like this movie have a good exposure regarding autism to the world. Although the boy has autism, he also can succeed if he determined to do what he wants. Besides, this movie also shows the truth that might happen to the accountant who need to uncover wrongdoing of the company. I think the plot is interesting and I will recommend it to others. Also, the accountant make me, as the audience, think a lot on who is behind the corruption. So, I really recommend this movie for everyone to watch. You have to watch it repeatedly to understand the storyline and the plots. What about you, Frankly?
Personally, I really enjoy this movie and I feel more connected with the movie since I can understand the account term and word they were using, which make watching this movie more fun. I definitely will recommend this movie. Well, that is consider our discussion for today. Thank you, Emmanuel, for your participating in this movie review online discussion. By the way, congratulations for your flying color result and your Russian English examination.
Thank you, Frankly. Bye. I'll see you in class.
나를 없이 하는 just fine.